Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So in today's video we are going to test out the CATRICE True Skin Hydrating Foundation as well as their high covering concealer. Ever since the foundation came out on the CATRICE's website, I was like so amped to try it, but South Africa always, is a little bit late to the game. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, finally released True Skin Foundation as well as their concealer, and I got my hands on it and we're going to test it out today. So let's talk all about the foundation first. So packaging wise, it really looks super bougie. It is a glass bottle and it comes with a pump. So they really went and put a lot of thought into this. For the concealer, it's just like a normal standard packaging. It's not glass, I think it's like a type of plastic, and it comes with a very large doe foot applicator. So yeah, the packaging kind of matches with the foundation, very bougie. You get around about 30 milliliters or 1.01 fluid ounces, so just a little bit above a fluid ounce. As for the concealer, you get 4.5 mils, and both of the products have hyaluronic acid in it. Let's talk a little bit more about the finish and the actual consistency of the foundation. So CATRICE claims that it is a real skin finish for a natural complexion. It conceals impurities. It has watermelon seed oil in it. Medium to high buildable coverage. It sits lightly on the skin and provides a natural matte finish. It is vegan with hyaluronic acid, which helps for additional intensive moisture. I already did my skincare. And then I'm going to go in with probably one of my favorite primers. It's also from CATRICE. I basically use this on a daily and it's just going to give you that extra glow from within. Okay, so now you guys are a little bit more zoomed in, so you can actually kind of see like my imperfections. I have a lot of freckles, some discoloration, and obviously some pigmentation as well as some acne scars. So we're going to put this foundation to the test. So for my foundation, I got it in the shade 30 Neutral Sand, and CATRICE actually came out with 21 different shades, so that is quite impressive for all types of skin undertones as well as skin tones. So I'm just going to put a little bit, like 2 pumps on the back of my hand. It's quite a runny foundation. For the one side, I'm just going to go in with the beauty blender. And I have a combination skin type, so oily, T-zone, dry on the outside. This half of my face, no foundation whatsoever, and this half foundation. So it is quite a natural foundation. It does look skin-like. I kind of like the way that it kind of like amplifies my skin, and still, I still have a little bit of freckles peeking through, but it covers the imperfection, and it kind of looks like it's also like pore minimizing in a way. It could just be the primer that I used. And the other side, I'm going to go in with my foundation brush. As for the coverage on the foundation brush side, it did create a little bit of like streaks in the application. It's just because it's like such a watery foundation, but when you like kind of like tap it into your skin like this, it blended out perfectly. As for difference between the two, I don't see any difference. There's no indication to me that this side is a lighter application than this side, so that is a good thing. So you can still see my under eye bags. Obviously with the concealer, I'm going to conceal that. Acne marks and stuff are so much lighter. Still that skin finish look, natural glow like you can see here. My forehead, you can still see a little bit of my freckles. I'm very impressed so far. As for the formula of the foundation, yes, it's quite runny, but it dries quickly, not as quick as some foundations, but you have to work quickly because it does, the moment you apply it on your skin, it does kind of start drying down. and it did dry down in like a natural, I want to say satiny matte finish, as well as it did oxidize a little bit. So just be careful when you do go choose your color. Now you can't choose in store right now, but if you go onto their website, I will link it down below, you can kind of go and choose your shade. I just kind of chose my shade from the HD range. So this one is also in the shade 030 Sand Beige, but this one is neutral sand. So I kind of just eyeballed the shade. My face does not feel cakey or like heavy, you know, it feels light, and I'm really impressed so far. If you do not like wearing concealer, you can apply like a little bit underneath your eyes and blend it out if you wanted to. But I'm gonna go in with the 18-hour True Skin High Covering Concealer. And fun fact, this is waterproof. So it is a comfortable high coverage concealer with a moisturizing hydro boost complex. It won't settle into your fine lines. It's fresh and even, soft matte finish, and covers under eye circles while being long lasting. So when you open up the product, you have a beautiful doe foot applicator, and the one thing that I've noticed, it is super flexible to the shape of your eye, so it's not gonna feel very stiff on your eyes. Let me zoom you in so you have a close-up of the application. Okay, so right off the bat, it kind of looks super full coverage when you apply it to the eyes. I have I don't want to say super dark under eye circles, but I do have some pigmentation. I'm not gonna do the whole triangle thing. I'm gonna do and application a little bit over here, and then just down the center of my nose and forehead. For this, I am going to use a sponge, so it blends out super quickly, and I can say right off the bat that it is full coverage. So this is kind of what my under eyes look like at the moment. So full coverage straight on. I don't think I'm going to wear it for 18 hours. It does look like a soft matte satiny type of finish, and it is not, so far it is not settling underneath my eyes. I am going to set my skin loose translucent powder. This one is also from Catrice. It's the Glow Illusion. Honestly, one of the best setting powders from Catrice. And I'm just going to use a like super humongous big fluffy brush. This is also from Catrice. I'm just going to go and set my entire face. I'm not going to concentrate a lot of like setting powder underneath my eyes or whatever, just like all over dust. Okay, so setting the foundation and the concealer didn't move, didn't budge, looks quite natural to me, looks like an even tone finish, and I'm quite impressed by that. So what I'm gonna do now is I am currently looking super flat and there's no like definition to my face. I'm just gonna add a little bit of bronzer and, you know, contour and blush and whatever, finish the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Some definition and warmth is back into my face. I'm super impressed with the foundation. It did not budge at all, like when blending the products on top of it, didn't budge at all. It settled down into my skin without emphasizing any dry patches or lines. I do obviously have like natural lines underneath my eyes. I mean, everybody has natural lines in their face. But the one thing that I really am impressed about with this foundation is that it didn't settle into it like other foundations would. So I really do like that, and I really am super impressed. Even when I do this with my forehead, I mean, it kind of goes back to the natural state. As for my pores and everything, it didn't claim to be pore minimizing, but I still kind of feel like it did kind of like minimize my pores. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look drying. My skin looks super natural in the sense of having a foundation on your skin. My freckles are still peeking through a little bit, but in a good way. I'm going to finish off with the Essence Hello Good Stuff Hydrating Fix and Refresh Watermelon Extract Mist. It's a 3-in-1 mist. So I am going to finish off my face with that. Unfortunately, I don't have a Catrice setting spray. Obviously, this is purely just for all of the powders and products to kind of melt together. And this is what my skin looks like after applying the setting spray, and everything just kind of like melted together. Overall impressions, very impressed. One thing that I would do recommend you looking out for is obviously choosing the right shade. I know with COVID and not being able to test in stores, you have to buy online. I understand completely. Kind of go on to the foundation matcher website. I will link it, obviously I will link it down below if you're interested in that. As for the price of the foundation, I was quite impressed when I saw that it retails. I think it depends on where you shop, which is kind of weird because Superbalist, it says that it's 170 Rand. On the House of Cosmetics website, the foundation retails 169 Rand 95, and on Superbalist it's 170 Rand. So they just kind of rounded it up. And for those who does not buy in Rand, this foundation retails for around about, I think, $11. So yeah, it's quite an affordable foundation. I mean, for the packaging, the luxurious, it comes with a pump, and it is your standard 30 milliliter ounce foundation with hyaluronic acid, skin benefits. So I don't think that is an expensive foundation, especially with the shade range that has now been expanded. Okay, so on Superbalist website, the concealer retails for around about 100 Rand on the dot, and on House of Cosmetics website, the concealer retails for 99 Rand 95. On House of Cosmetics website, they have around about 9 shades. I'm not sure about the other websites. I don't think 100 Rand is that expensive for a concealer. It is an 18-hour concealer. It does have hyaluronic acid in it. It is waterproof. So if you are going to sweat or maybe, I don't know, go swimming or something like that, not that expensive. Overall, I am really impressed with both of these products, and I would rate them a full 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for the oxidization of the foundation. But unfortunately, that happens. I don't think there's a foundation that doesn't oxidize that I've used before. But yes, 10 out of 10 for these two products, and I'm really super impressed. And I cannot wait to be creating more Catrice related looks with this foundation. Yeah guys, that is my 2 cents on the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation, as well as the high coverage concealer. Let me know if you guys are interested in this concealer. Would you buy this concealer? Have you bought this concealer? What are your thoughts on this concealer? As well as to make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more like makeup content creation type of videos. I do also have an Instagram if you want to go and follow me there. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.